This forced journey started 7 years ago. You see, the virus came out of the north when the ice started melting. And if you would have told me what would have put me in this position was vampires, well, I would have asked what time you started drinking. The far north was perfect for them. Sometimes it stays dark up there for 1 month, you see. Well, it was perfect until they ran out of their food source, which is blood. Elle and I just figure the earth sees us as a disease and it unleashed something to cure itself. And for Noelle, well, that's what I named her, seeing as how I found her on Christmas Eve 5 years ago in Louisiana. I was on my way to Alaska where it all started. Figured we were going there where there wasn't food for them anymore. We had just got to the border when night fell. I still remember her humming one of those mini songs she made up before it happened. I was on first watch that night. I always said she was too tired from the hiking. I just figured she liked watching the sun come up. Believe us, from that time we camped out in that old Catholic church we found outside of Alabama. Noelle couldn't have been more than 5 at the time. The sun had just come up and it was shining something bright through one of those old stained glass windows. Still remember the reflections dancing around on her face. Tonight was no different from the hundreds of others, except for this time she had some stale M&Ms we picked up from that hitchhiker that said he was from West Virginia. The moon was just above us, and well, that's when I saw him. That old hatchet was out and dug in his skull before his mouth could open. But that was nothing compared to the chills from her scream. Not from Elle, but from that fucking bloodsucker that grabbed her. From the look of her, she couldn't have been turned more than a week ago. See, the eyes still had some color to them. Well, when I made it to her, I could see she had stuck her knife through the bottom of that thing's jaw till it exited the top of her skull. Their bodies always seemed to drop stiff. Guess seeing as how they're already dead. By the time I had made it to her, guess it was too late. That vamp done got her on the neck. Well, no use dwelling on the sad parts though. This is where her book ends and another chapter for me begins.